question, holding itself, not the infringement, but if that holding prevents the player from getting to the ball, they're going to be very strict on it. And certainly the ball was on its way into the direction of the area where Mason Mount is.
I mean, one thing's putting your arms around him, then to almost kind of just grab him and hurl him to the floor is, again, with these new guidelines, is unnecessary. And it's a little naive, I've got to say, from Calvin Bassey to do that.
A mitigating factor against him, his eyes are on Mount specifically as the ball comes in towards them too. That could work against him. Are Manchester United going to get awarded a penalty here with 10 minutes remaining in the first half? The key point in this too is it is a corner, that the ball is in play. If this pulling was happening before the ball comes in, it's not strictly resumed, but the ball is definitely in play when that happens.
I just don't understand why he would even think about doing that, Calvin Bassey.
After review, Fulham number 3 pulls Manchester player to the ground. Final decision, penalty kick.
Penalty to Manchester United. And that expression on the face of Marco Silva will tell you exactly what he thinks of that. What an opportunity for Ruben Amorim's team to grab their first goal of the new campaign. Bassey on Mount. They will continue the discussion about it, but the decision is made. The penalty stands.
I don't think he was ever going to get away with that. Mason Mount runs into him, but he puts his arm around him and then kind of hurls him to the floor. Then, again, with these new guidelines, you're not going to get away with that. And it's Mason Mount, look, again, with the greatest of respects, Calvin Bassey is twice his size. Just stand in front of him, just use your size, your physique, and just block him. Get tight to him. You do not need to wrap your arms around and pull someone to the floor.
Guys, buat Man United
against Bruno Fernandes, who 3 seasons ago scored a penalty against Fulham. There have been early glimmers, particularly from Matheus Cunha, but can Bruno Fernandes now find the spark? Can he conjure the moment and light the fuse and set Manchester United on their way? Ruben Amorim, by the way, can't watch. Look at this, staring at his shoes. He wants to hear the roar from the visiting Manchester United fans to tell him this is in the back of the net. Oh, he skied
Bruno
it!
anjing, tolol Bruno.
Bruno Fernandes.
Sudah si ieu anjing.
Manchester United simply cannot catch a break.
Well, again, tiptoes up to the ball, a couple of strides before it, makes his mind up where it's going, and he balloons that. That's going down the King's Road, that is, in West London.
Well, Ruben Amorim didn't see it, but he will have felt it in his soul. He needed that to go in.
Certainly did. His team did, because they've started the game very well. Fulham have come back into it the last quarter now, but United have looked sharp, and their attacking play's been nicely controlled and put together, created some good situations. Wasted another great chance there.
Fired the atmosphere up even further is Mbeumo. Good work from Tete. Fulham fans felt the penalty might have been a bit harsh against them. They feel justice done. Goes across to show yellow card for a dive for Casemiro. Simulation for the Brazilian.
I went down a little too easy here. It's a very good call, actually, from the referee, that one.
First yellow card of the day. Casemiro experienced enough to know better.
Do you know, whenever people take penalties, probably like everybody watching around the world, you have a gut feeling. You have a feeling sometimes whether you think someone's going to knock one and walk up and knock it in, or they're not. I didn't see Bruno Fernandes doing anything like what I've just witnessed. I thought that would be nestling in the back of the net, but it's not.
Here's Sessegnon. Great run by Iwobi. Bayindir at the front post stood firm. It's a corner to Fulham. It's a chance to put Bayindir under even more pressure.
It's a great run this from Alex Iwobi. Clever play to get him in. He ends up getting clattered into the boards a little bit. Hopefully he's okay. Bayindir just doing his job at the near post. Be careful you don't leave that little window there where someone can sneak that in. He does well just to stop it. Hopefully Alex Iwobi's okay. Good run.
She was full pelt all the way to the byline there. Alex Iwobi, his momentum brought him into those electronic advertising boards. Bruno Fernandes had the chance. So many spot kicks already scored in his Premier League. Just look at that, Chris Cavanagh bumped into him a little bit in the build-up, and there's a big obvious shrug from Bruno Fernandes about it, but he did get a chance to completely reset himself.
Yes, he did.
So I don't think that could be, you know, brought up as any sort of excuse.
All it is just the time it's taken, that all of a sudden there's a lot, it's a far lengthier process, which often puts the guy taking the penalty under a bit more pressure, but even so, bad pen.
Bayindir misses it again, Muniz. Well, Manchester United delighted that he missed it. That was a whisker away.
Yeah, goalkeeper again. Comes looking for it, nowhere near it. Look, he's under a little bit of pressure from Kenny Tete. He's so busy wrestling with the Fulham man that all of a sudden his arms aren't even in the right position to even go and make a punch or go and catch it.
Well, there's no doubt that opponents are going to target Bayindir with these in-swinging deliveries. 0-0, but plenty to talk about at Craven Cottage in this first half. Sessegnon beats Sambil. Delict. Casemiro to Mount. Oh, that's very clever. Dorgu. Ahmad is calling for to the back post. Instead, it's Mount. Distracted, he was waving instructions to others. He forgot the number one important thing in football: you keep your eye on the ball. Muniz was able to pick his pocket. Disappointing last few minutes for the Manchester United captain.
Yep. Again, just hold your hand up. When you make a mistake, you get caught on it like that. You don't mind having a go at somebody else. He needs to just sharpen up. Bruno Fernandes has been a bit sloppy.
Just over 2 minutes of normal time remaining ahead of the break. That was Castagna. And foul swallowed by assistant Dan Cook down there. But it's not going your way. Sometimes it really, really doesn't go your way.
They've got to ensure now, Bayindir and co, that they make good decisions from these sort of set plays.
Sucked in by Lukic. Acrobatic attempt for the Brazilian Muniz. Iwobi towards Tete, free header, but Delict on hand, and the flag was raised anyway, and Kenny Tete was offside.
Yeah. Acrobatic, wasn't it, from Rodrigo Muniz? Just fresh out.
Last weekend we saw another Brazilian, number 9, Richarlison, attempt something similar, and and score for Spurs against Burnley. Lukic, loose ball falls for Bergen. Now Iwobi. Closing moments of this first half of the Cottage. Bergen. Bassi. Dorgu uncertain. It's kept alive here by Josh King. Castagna. Fulham finishing this first half with confidence. Tete. He's unable to rise, and Bruno unable to clear. We're about to move into stoppages. There'll be 2 minutes added on. Sessegnon, corner. And this is just what Fulham want. A chance to get it in on top of Bayern again.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Sasa Lukic off that pass over the right foot. It's coming in under the bar. Again, find it. Don't get too preoccupied with the white shirt in front of you. Give yourself a little bit of room to make a decision, to come and claim it, come and punch it.
No Manchester United player standing directly in front of Bayern. It's towards the back post, and Anderson, and Castagna, and Muniz. Pinball inside the Manchester United penalty area, but they breathe again.
He came for this one again, the goalkeeper, watch him. He goes sailing over his head.
I think to be said for all the scrutiny of the goalkeeper, these deliveries from Lukic are excellent.
Good, yep. Giving people a chance, aren't they? They're worrying. United goalkeeper. They've got to keep him there.
Tete. Anderson. From Delict. Euro. Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro. Foul by Castagna on Mount. There will be time to take it. Seconds remaining in stoppages ahead of the break. One win in their last 8 Premier League away games for Manchester United. That was at relegated Leicester in March. Ruben Amorim will feel his team should be in front going in at half-time here.
Be pleased with some of their attacking play. Again, a little vulnerable from those set plays defensively.
Oke.
It's a high defensive line from Fulham. And there is the whistle for half-time. Well, since Bruno Fernandes made his Manchester United debut, no player has missed more penalties in the Premier League than him. 5 times now, he's failed to score from the spot. It's a much-relieved Calvin Bassi after a first half in which Matheus Cunha shone brightly in the early stages, in which Altay Bayern was put under increased pressure as the half wore on. But at the break, at Craven Cottage, it is Fulham 0, Manchester United 0 for that.
Ya, Ais beli kuota atau bisa nggak?
Skor kacamata menghiasi jalannya pertandingan babak pertama. Belum ada gol tercipta, tapi satu momen penalti di menit ke-38 dari Bruno menjadi satu highlight di pertandingan babak pertama. First half analisis akan kami hadirkan untuk Anda.
Sejak 1981, kita telah menjalani petualangan perayaan cita rasa ini dengan semangat yang sama. Petualangan yang akan terus berlanjut, karena ini rasanya super.
Mau dapat voucher belanja 25 juta
Kacamata,
tiap
guys.
bulan. Sekarang ada Shopee VIP. Buka aplikasi Shopee dan mulai langganan
masuk
Shopee
kacamata,
VIP.
guys.
Nikmati gratis ongkir instan tanpa batas dan diskon 20% setiap hari. Hanya di Shopee VIP.
150.
Makin prima, karena hidup kita balance. Minum Sido Muncul Natural Balance setiap hari. Life is balance.
Female balance buatku.
Male balance buat aku.
Sejak 1981, kita telah menjalani petualangan perayaan Citara.
Makan bubur tinggal satu. Please, dua.
Saat kesusahan, kita butuh yang bisa diandalkan. Walau tempatnya berubah, tapi rasanya nggak berubah. Sambal bakar saji, pasti enak, anti ribet.
Sejak 1981, kita telah menjalani petualangan perayaan Cita Rasa ini dengan semangat yang sama. Petualangan yang akan terus berlanjut. Karena ini rasanya super.
Tambah umur,
Makin prima,
makin cinta.
karena hidup kita balance. Minum Sido Muncul Natural Balance setiap hari. Life is balance.
Female balance buatku.
Male balance buat aku.
Pemirsa, babak pertama telah usai dengan skor imbang tanpa gol untuk Fulham versus Manchester United malam hari ini. Sayang sekali ya Rama untuk kesempatan penalti tadi dilewatkan oleh Bruno Fernandes dan itu mengakibatkan Manchester United tidak mendapatkan satupun gol di babak pertama.
Iya, masih skor kacamata 0-0 menghiasi jalannya pertandingan di babak pertama. Belum ada gol tercipta, tapi pertandingan di babak pertama berjalan dengan cukup menarik ya. Jual beli serangan terjadi, kedua tim juga memiliki peluang dan memang momentumnya untuk Manchester United untuk bisa mendapatkan gol adalah ketika penalti didapatkan oleh Bruno di menit ke-38 dan ini gagal untuk bisa dieksekusi ketika tendangannya shoot off target dan pada akhirnya membuat skor kacamata terjadi. Belum ada gol yang bisa diciptakan dan ini membuat tentunya kedua tim akan mencoba ya melakukan serangan demi serangan yang akan coba mereka lakukan nanti di babak kedua.
Betul sekali Rama, dan kita melihat bagaimana highlight yang terjadi di babak pertama tadi Rama.
Ya, kita melihat ini dia bagaimana beberapa upaya serangan yang coba dilakukan oleh Manchester United. Mereka mencoba sporadis dan ini satu peluang yang begitu terbuka ketika masih menyentuh misar gawang dari Fulham yang dijaga oleh Ben Leno. Satu upaya dari Cunha yang masih gagal untuk bisa dikonversi menjadi sebuah gol. Dan lagi-lagi MU ini terus memberikan tekanan. Mereka benar-benar mencoba langsung memberikan marking ya sejak ketika Fulham memegang bola di area pertahanan mereka. Dan lagi-lagi ada peluang. Leno juga tampil cukup baik untuk bisa menggagalkan beberapa peluang yang dimiliki, termasuk satu tembakan yang dilepaskan oleh Bruno Fernandes dari luar kotak penalti, tapi lagi-lagi gagal ketika berhasil untuk bisa dimenangkan oleh Leno. Dan ini juga satu peluang long pass yang begitu akurat, tapi super safe dilakukan oleh Leno untuk bisa menggagalkan upaya dari timnya. Kita lihat ini dari Bayindir langsung direct ke depan dan tembakan kaki kiri yang masih bisa digagalkan ketika situasi sudah one on one dengan Leno.
Ya, ini lagi kita melihat peluang yang diciptakan oleh Fulham, tapi tetap bisa dihalau oleh
Bayindir
Bang dari Manchester United. Betul sekali Rama.
Ya, ini satu tendangan first time yang dilakukan dari luar kotak penalti ketika situasi bola mati terjadi. Dan kita melihat ini juga satu skema bola mati dari tendangan sudut yang dilepaskan oleh Bruno yang coba ditanduk. Dan ini awal ya dari penalti yang pada akhirnya direview secara VAR karena memang ada dorongan yang dilakukan kepada Mason Mount ya pada akhirnya secara review VAR diputuskan bahwa penalti didapatkan oleh Manchester United, tapi sayang eksekusi dari Bruno Fernandes ini gagal membuat Manchester United unggul di babak yang pertama karena tembakannya jauh melayang tinggi dan off target dari gawang Leno.
Betul sekali Rama. Dan kita melihat kembali tendangan yang diselesaikan oleh Bruno Fernandes, sayang sekali, dan ini adalah kesempatan yang lagi-lagi diciptakan oleh Manchester United, namun sayang sekali belum.
Sayang sekali.
Ya, ini situasi set piece mungkin akan bisa terus diandalkan oleh Fulham untuk bisa mendapatkan satu kejutan yang menghadapi Manchester United. Sambil kita melihat ini dia secara statistik.
Ini dia statistik di sepanjang perjalanan, di sepanjang babak pertama Rama. untuk Manchester United sendiri dengan possession ball 52 dan Fulham 48 possession ball.
Iya, cukup tipis karena memang permainan juga cukup berimbang baik Fulham dan juga Manchester United. Jadi secara possession tidak begitu jauh. Secara on target juga sama dengan 2 on target yang dimiliki oleh Fulham dan juga Manchester United. Tapi salah satu sekali lagi momen yang begitu sayang untuk dilewatkan adalah bagaimana proses ketika penalti yang gagal dieksekusi oleh Bruno Fernandes.
Dan kita lihat lagi Rama, sekali lagi ini adalah key moment saat Bruno Fernandes menembakkan tendangan saat penalti. Ini dia Rama, key moment.
Iya, dan ini bukan kali pertama Bruno melakukan kegagalan ya dalam eksekusi penalti, dan tapi ini juga impactnya akan begitu berasa kalau memang tidak ada hasil positif di 45 menit babak kedua. Dan memang cukup clear ya tadi pelanggaran kepada Mason Mount yang dilakukan, ada tarikan yang dilihat adalah wasit ketika dilakukan adalah Calvin Bassey yang cukup jelas dalam tayangan ulang juga dorongan kepada Mason Mount, dan akhirnya review VAR ini memperlihatkan bahwa ada calling dari foul yang dilakukan oleh tentunya pemain dari Fulham ya, dan pada akhirnya penalti didapatkan oleh Manchester United, tapi pada akhirnya juga eksekusi yang gagal. Jadi memang secara VAR wasit juga setuju ya dengan apa yang sudah ditampilkan dalam video assistant review, dan kita lihat ini dia ya, satu eksekusi yang masih jauh tinggi. Ini lagi-lagi akan sangat disayangkan, walaupun kita harapkan juga tidak akan membuat Manchester United terutama juga Bruno ya terbawa dengan situasi di mana mereka masih deadlock. Mereka masih belum mampu untuk bisa membongkar pertahanan Fulham di sepanjang babak yang pertama.
Iya Rama, untuk Manchester United sendiri apakah akan ada taktik baru dari Ruben Amorim untuk memasukkan pemain seperti Benjamin Sesko?
Ya, tentu akan coba dimasukkan ya. Ini akan melihat dulu bagaimana situasi yang akan terjadi di babak kedua. Kita akan tunggu apakah Sesko akan dimainkan lebih cepat di awal babak kedua atau akan menunggu bagaimana 10 sampai dengan 15 menit di awal babak kedua. Tapi Sesko sepertinya juga akan menjadi salah satu pilihan super sub untuk bisa menjadi opsi di lini depan dari Manchester United.
Baiklah Rama, kita akan melanjutkan obrolan kita. Namun sebelum ini, pemirsa jangan kemana-mana, tetaplah di English Premier League.
Gratis ongkir!
Sekarang semua produk 100% gratis ongkir tanpa syarat. Belanja barang kecil, besar, ringan, hingga berat, pasti dapat gratis ongkir Rp0. Belanja di Shopee sekarang, gratis ongkir!
Gue minta kalian untuk menyusup ke tempat mereka dan ngacak-ngacak bisnis mereka.
Lo ngapain di sini?
Ya, lu ngapain di sini?
Dia pantas mendapatkan feedback dari kamu.
Monster macam apa lo?
Hello Indonesia, I'm Casey Terminaga. Catch the final of the Rising Star Invitational on Champions League.
Sejak 1981, kita telah menjalani petualangan perayaan cita rasa ini dengan semangat yang sama. Petualangan yang akan terus berlanjut, karena ini rasanya super.
Terima kasih pemirsa, Anda masih bersama kami di Premier League di pekan kedua, dan sesaat lagi kita akan menyaksikan kick off babak kedua. Rama, apakah yang akan dilakukan oleh kedua pelatih malam hari ini untuk membalikkan keadaan di babak kedua nanti?
Iya, skor masih 0-0. Tentu kedua pelatih juga akan coba hati-hati ya untuk bisa menyikapi apa yang terjadi nanti di awal babak kedua. Tapi satu hal bahwa Manchester United tampil baik memang sudah mereka lakukan ketika mereka takluk menghadapi Arsenal. Tapi ini tidak cukup karena fans juga tentunya menginginkan hasil ini akan bisa didapatkan. Mereka menginginkan 3 poin di laga ini. Mungkin akan ada urgensi untuk bisa menekan lebih ya dari Manchester United di babak kedua ketika mereka gagal dapatkan 1 pun gol di sepanjang babak yang pertama. Ada urgensi untuk pada akhirnya memainkan pemain-pemain yang mungkin punya naluri menyerang lebih ya. Ada Sesko yang tadi sempat kita highlight, ada juga ada Gawe yang mungkin juga akan bisa dimasukkan di babak kedua nanti. Sementara kalau kita bahas bagaimana dari sisi tuan rumah Fulham, mereka juga punya beberapa opsi yang bisa dilakukan. Ada super sub dan yang penting kalau super sub ini biasanya pemain-pemain yang punya kecepatan akan sangat menyulitkannya dan ini dimiliki oleh Fulham ketika di bench mereka juga masih memiliki Traore yang juga mungkin akan bisa dipersiapkan oleh Fulham di babak yang kedua nanti. Terlepas juga ada Robinson yang juga punya kecepatan yang akan menjadi salah satu amunisi ya kalau ketika dimasukkan nanti di babak yang kedua.
Dan kita punya statistik most goal by sub dari Premier League sejak Agustus 2024 lalu, Rama.
Ya, dan Fulham menjadi yang terbanyak dengan adanya 18 gol yang berhasil diciptakan dari pemain-pemain pengganti. Karena memang di bench kita melihat bagaimana Adama Traore lalu juga Anthony Robinson ini punya kecepatan untuk bisa pada akhirnya membongkar pertahanan dari Manchester United untuk bisa menjadi super sub. Bahkan jangan lupakan juga masih ada Raul Jimenez yang juga masih tersedia di bench, mungkin akan menjadi salah satu opsi yang juga bisa dilakukan oleh Marco Silva.
Ya, dengan statistik yang sudah disajikan seharusnya untuk Fulham sendiri bisa mencetak 1 gol di momen malam hari ini, Ram.
Ya, kita akan lihat nanti ya bagaimana pertandingan yang akan berlangsung di babak kedua. Tapi satu hal kita melihat bagaimana head to head tadi dengan Muniz dan juga Cunha. Sementara kita melihat juga bagaimana catatan dari 2 penjaga gawang yang juga tampil cukup baik ya. Baik Bayindir ataupun juga Leno berhasil mencatatkan setidaknya 2 crucial save yang menyelamatkan gawang dari Fulham dan juga menyelamatkan gawang dari Manchester United dari kebobolan. Tapi memang akan jadi tugas yang tidak mudah sekali lagi untuk kedua pelatih untuk bisa merubah situasi yang nantinya akan terjadi di babak kedua, terutama Amorim, karena sekali lagi tampil baik saja tidak cukup. Karena perlahan Manchester United juga akan dituntut untuk bisa mendapatkan kemenangan, mendapatkan hasil, karena 3 poin mutlak akan sangat dibutuhkan untuk bisa membuat Manchester United bersaing di kompetisi Premier League. Karena ada harapan yang tentunya akan lebih baik dibandingkan musim lalu. Mungkin musim lalu tidak menjadi musim yang baik untuk Amorim, tapi ini akan bisa termaafkan karena baru bergabung di pertengahan musim. Dan secara komposisi skuad mungkin bukan dengan skuad yang diinginkan oleh Amorim, tapi musim ini Amorim sudah mendatangkan beberapa pemain yang mungkin sesuai dengan apa yang diinginkan oleh Amorim.
Baiklah, Rama, kita sudah melihat para pemain memasuki lapangan dan pemirsa kita akan sama-sama menyaksikan jalannya babak kedua antara Fulham versus Manchester United. Dari studio kami mengucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Down the other end, a good chance, 1-on-1 for Josh King. In succession corner kicks that troubled the Manchester United goalkeeper Altay Bayindir. Can Silva's team continue to apply that pressure now into the second half?
Yeah, enjoyed that first half. United should be in front. But I think with the Bruno Fernandes penalty, plus the Cunha chance, which was a very good one, I think they should have a lead, but they don't.
Setelah Bruno, cok, anjing gue gak punya itu kok mau maklum. Pusing.
I think unnecessarily, but they're certainly worrying the Ligt and Co, and the goalkeeper looks unnerved by them.
Bruno Fernandes hoping another big chance is going to come his way here in the second half. Fulham beat Manchester United 2 seasons ago, and it's been their only win against today's opponents in the last 19 Premier League meetings. This was very much in the balance at the start of the second half. Since the start of last season, Manchester United have failed to score in the first half of matches more than any other team in the Premier League. There's a single switch of the team today for Ruben Amorim. A continuity call from a head coach who believes the blueprint is right. It just needs sharper execution. Can Manchester United create chances in the second half, and crucially, can they take them? Here's Muniz. No changes in personnel across either team over the break. Sessegnon. Swept in front of Muniz, away from Castagne.
Not a bad ball that from Ryan Sessegnon. Just don't think anybody could actually get across the ground and get there.
It's a 98
Normal guys.
for Manchester United. He became the 23rd player to score 100 times for the club if he can get 2 more. Sessegnon ahead of Mbeumo. Clearance by Delict.
Bruno juga gagal penalti guys.
Fernandes missed. That's to boot there, and he kicked with his side.
Apalagi si Engklok.
Castagne in pursuit of this one, up against Luke Shaw.
Bang, kita cari ini, jam tayang,
Receives it back from Ahmad. Mount. Dorgo. Castagne backing away from him. And out it goes for the first quarter of the second half.
Nice play, Bruno Fernandes. Started down the right side, eventually ending up at the feet of Patrick Dorgu. Stepping inside on the right foot. It's never easy for strikers when the wide men come infield to know exactly where to run and how to get on the end of a cross. Always better if those wide guys can get towards the byline and stand a cross up.
Swung in by Bruno Fernandes. Casemiro the closest to it. Anderson cleared. This is Mount to Ahmad. Tight angle, but Bert Leno had the front post covered. Shuttle target from Amad Diallo.
Yeah, nice strike, wasn't it? Good play from Mason Mount. Absolutely fully aware. Ahmad's giving it to him and then he's immediately running beyond him. Just rolls it in his path. Just going to wrap his left foot around it well enough to perhaps go far post. Would have been a better call.
Mateus Cunha. Very alert play by Sasa Lukic. And it goes off Ahmad. Josh King, who agreed a new 4-year contract with Fulham in July. Silva hoping he can be a big part of this team's future.
Yeah, 1 or 2 nice little touches in the first half for Josh King. A very young lad, of course. It'll be a while before we see the best of him. He had that little half a chance maybe when he could have just dinked it over the top of Baindir.
Here is King. Anderson. Benson. Iwobi. King available again. Now Sessegnon. Header by Delict. Sessegnon makes sure that Ahmad is unable to clear. Sambil can't get it away either. Good pressure this from Fulham. Euro eventually puts the boot on it.
Alex Iwobi there, I think, wanted to get the strike away. In the end, he just ran into the red shirts.
Sanderberger. Iwobi. Options. Sessegnon. 5 white shirts in the centre. Mooney's trying to get up. Delict did well. Hooked on by Bruno Fernandes. It's a good spell this for Fulham.
It is a good start for the second period. Ryan Sessegnon, again, I mentioned him in the first half. I think the more they get the ball to him, I fancy something might happen off this left side for Fulham.
Castagne, Lukic. Tell you what, Luke Shaw missed that. Nunes was working right in behind him. There is activity in the Manchester United technical area, and Ruben Amorim's seen enough. He's going to make some changes here. Diogo Dalot and, intriguingly, Benjamin Šeško, the two coming on. Corner kicks, which have been a problem for Manchester United, not just the early stages of this season, but last season too. And attacking it was Anderson. He says he was pushed. In fact, they want another corner. It's a goal kick is the call.
He's complaining profusely, isn't he, there, Anderson? Let's have a look. I think he's got a point. It looks like it is Luke Shaw last.
Last touch does appear to come off Luke Shaw. That is not something, though, that VAR can get involved in, only for goals and penalties and red cards, mistaken identity. Casemiro is going to make way, and Ahmad too.
Yeah, I would imagine Mason Mount will drop back with Bruno Fernandes in the centre of midfield now. Obviously, Diogo Dalot down the right side.
Gawe
in support.
He's been seasoning on the sidelines. Patience for the new signings. But now he gets on the pitch. He only had 25 minutes on the field last weekend, just 7 touches against Arsenal. Benjamin Šeško's going to get a bigger slice of the action today.
Certainly good to see him from fares with a little bit more time and another week's work with his new teammates under his belt.
Sharp first touches there. Here's Matheus Cunha. Šeško to his right. Good work by Anderson. Tete clears it off Dortmund for a Fulham throw.
I think as well, Ruben Amorim mindful to Ryan Sessegnon. Now he can travel down that left side for Fulham. So Diogo Dalot, I think, is a sensible move there.
Striker with size and strength. Manchester United fans very much hope he's got swagger. Troubled by Munoz. Good touch from King. Now has he got the pace to get away from Euro? Excellent recovery from the defender to stop Josh King.
Great challenge that. He looked for a split second there like Josh King had just got half a yard beyond Lenny Yoro. Really well-timed interception, crucial one too.
Yoro again, King working in behind. Out it goes for a goal kick. Well, Lenny Yoro, who Manchester United spent a lot of money on a year ago, showing some real class here.
Clever movement that from Josh King, little flick over the top, and you think the Fulham man, the white shirt, is getting there until outstretched leg and really timely interception that from Lenny Yoro.
The 19-year-old gets the better of the 18-year-old. Here's Tete. Stopped by Shaw. Straight up in the air awkwardly from Matthias de Ligt. So as much as Luke Shaw could do.
Duit sabungkus
unnecessary uncertainty.
nge-like tuh. Anjay.
There. Now, is that enough? There is a deflection, obviously. Euro is fortunate in lots of ways, but
Darren Neeland is the video assistant referee today, helped by Akil Housen. They have looked at this. They believe it is not a sufficient push from Euro to disallow the goal. It's going to stand.
It's a good leap from Lenny Euro. He gets a bit of good fortune, doesn't he? Because he's trying to flick that into the other corner. He ends up just hitting Rodrigo Muniz and going there. Marco Silva not happy because he wants to see maybe a foul for the hands in the back of Calvin Bassey, but not enough.
Bassey completely rugby tackles Mason Mount in the first half. That was certainly a more delicate touch, albeit Lenny Euro was on the margins and was going to be careful. But suddenly, Manchester United fans, for the first time this season, have something to celebrate. Bruno Fernandes, who will be much relieved. Just right now, his penalty miss of the first half seems less consequential. Here's Nobar. Into the game for the first time this campaign. Can Manchester United release the handbrake now? Young was able to take the sting out of the cross. Stanio's got a fall for Sander Berge here. Yellow slides through. Referee says play on. Sessignon. Castanjes at the far side. Tito. Muniz gets up. That sends it sailing over the top of the crossbar. The man whose own goal gave Manchester United the lead. How he would love to level things up. This was the Lenny Euro tackle a moment ago.
Yeah, he was always second best actually in getting there, Lenny Euro. Sander Berge just manages to tow it past him, but there's no real challenge from Euro at all on him. It's good referee and let that go.
Suddenly, the complexion has changed. Anthony Robinson, regular supplier of crosses for Fulham's about to come on. Harry Wilson too. So Castanjes, you can see, is one of those who's going to make way. Ryan Sessignon will be the other. Spots. Robinson, Harry Wilson, who for a spell last season had a real habit of coming off the bench and scoring important goals.
Yes, he did. And that's exactly why Marco Silva will have just put him out there right now. He has got a little knack of producing a clever little free kick or deliver something and drop something on someone's head. Anthony Robinson, of course, the quicker Fulham get him back up to speed, the better. They're a much better team when he's playing.
So Fulham revert to a back four, Tete right back, Robinson left back. And they work their way back into this game. Lukic did well to hang in the cross from there. It will be blocked by Bruno Fernandes. Wilson. Lukic. Wilson away from Dorgu. Good recovery, though, from the Manchester United number 13. And the last touch comes off the Welshman.
Yeah.
It'll be a throw into the visitors. Well, Lenny Yoro thought he'd become the youngest central defender to score a Premier League goal for Manchester United, but just to confirm, this is going to go down as a Muniz own goal.
And certainly two hands, you know, in the back of Calvin Massey there. I can understand Marco Silva and his team complaining about that one. Certainly that does affect Bassett, his ability to be able to jump up in the air when someone nudges you in the back like that. It wasn't a nudge, it was two hands right in the small of his back. I think partly feels he's lucky to get away with that.
Robinson back to Brett Leonard. Bassett. Shishko. Fulham's body language since conceding has been positive. They're not feeling sorry for themselves. They realise there's still plenty time to go here. Wilson. Robinson. Too close to Bruno Fernandes. Shishko. Robinson. Ball had gone out of play before the American international brought it back in again. Scored one club goal for Manchester United so far. Lenny Yoro played a very big part in that Premier League goal that currently separates the teams.
Yeah, that's a big goal for United today. That I mentioned at the start of the game about winning, getting your season up and running with a victory. They're in the box seat now. They've really got to make sure they hang on to that, defend properly, and create more. It's a bit of a sloppy pass, Sheshko, out to Dorgu.
Fulham, who've got a good record when falling behind in games. 22 points from losing position since the start of last season. Came back for a point against Brighton last weekend. Only Brighton and Liverpool have won more comeback points in that period than Marco Silva's team. Their equaliser at Brighton last weekend was incredibly late. It was the 97th minute. So Ruben Amorim won't be celebrating anything until he hears the final whistling. Anderson. Robinson. King. Cut out by Dallo. And Bumu. Fernandes looks to switch it. Header from Anderson. Sliding was Lukic. Strong from Berger. Here's Iwobi. Luke Shaw on Russia. He's just put that too far in front of Harry Wilson.
Yeah, just a little too eager there, Alex Iwobi. It's a clever play actually from Luke Shaw, just let him have the first touch and then stepping towards him.
Robinson seeing a lot of the ball since coming on. Sambil. Iwobi. King. Fernandes puts it out. Another Fulham corner.
Nice run again. Getting some nice positions, Josh King. That one, he just had to wait for that infraction, so couldn't avoid that challenge from Bruno Fernandes, but still gets the bonus of a corner.
Manchester United are preparing to make another change. Ugarte. but not until after this corner kick. Played in by Lukic again. Euro at the front post. Iwobi! He was off balance. He sent it back goal bound.
Yeah, didn't quite get it, did he? Alex Iwobi trying to get his right foot over the top of that to keep that down.
Last season was the best scoring campaign of his career, Alex Iwobi. As Ugarte comes on to replace Mason Mount.
I think he'd be a little disappointed, Mason Mount, today that he's actually leaving the field before the 70th minute. Ruben Amorim, again, now wanting the insurance of perhaps more of a natural ball winner alongside Bruno Fernandes.
Manuel Ugarte, who also came on as a replacement last weekend at Old Trafford against Arsenal. Anderson. Response to that Manchester United change. Marcus Silva has called back Emil Smith-Rowe. And also Raul Jimenez from their warm-up runs. 20 minutes to play, plus the stoppages at Craven Cottage. Euro. Ugarte, light touch. But Robertson puts it out for a Manchester United throw. He's only had 6 touches in the second half, Brian Mbeumo. One of those was the kickoff. Fulham are going to make their double change now. Muniz makes way. Josh King too. There's Emil Smith-Rowe. Raul Jimenez showing the game.
Yeah, fresh legs, fresh ideas now required from Fulham to conjure up a decent chance. That's what Marco Silva wants. He knows they'll give him the effort, and they provide him with a bit of quality.
Smith-Rowe, who scored against Manchester United back in his Arsenal days. Shaw. Tejas Cunha. Dorgu. Shaw only made 4 Premier League starts last season. Already this is his second start to the campaign today. Characteristic error there. Manchester United, who travelled to Grimsby Town in the 4th tier on Wednesday for the EFL Cup. And then it's Burnley at Old Trafford in the Premier League next weekend. And straight up after the international break, it's a Manchester derby. Here's Raul Jimenez. Dorgu made up the ground well.
Yeah, got himself back into a really good position there, Dorgu. Harry Wilson just couldn't get around him or beyond him.
Iwobi lofts it. Emil Smith-Rowe is in to equalise for Fulham. It might well be his first touch since coming on.
That's what you want from your subs. You want impact. You want them to go and try and make the difference. And goodness, Emil Smith-Rowe has done that. Always a big call for managers, making the change, trying to get the timing of them right so as they can get into that game and change their fortunes. That's exactly what Emil Smith-Rowe has done here. Got the 2-on-1 down here. Alex Iwobi just picks out clever little ball, and it's a really good run from Emil Smith-Rowe. And I'm just trying to see who didn't track him. because somebody has allowed him to get into the 6-yard box there, totally unmarked. Not sure exactly which player it was, but there'll be questions being asked about the nature of that goal because it's a harmless-looking delivery, and he walks in there and tucks it in.
93 seconds after coming on as a substitute, Emile Smith-Rowe scores a crucial goal for Fulham and a very damaging one for Manchester United. 4 seasons ago, scored at Old Trafford in the Premier League for Arsenal. He got 6 Premier League goals last season for Fulham. What an introduction to the game.
Brilliant. Right back in the thick of things now, Fulham.
Fulham continuing what is a very happy record for them of substitutes coming on and scoring. Since the start of last season, that's 19 goals off the bench. Release came on as a sub last weekend, scored against Brighton. Emile Smith-Rowe off the bench today to score against Manchester United. All square again. This could be a very interesting concluding quarter hour plus stoppages of this match. From the start of last season, more than a third of all the goals that Fulham have scored in the Premier League have come from subs.
He's clearly got the knack for it, Marco Silva.
Also with the foul on Dorgu here.
Just, I think, that flailing arm more than anything else, because I think he got some contact on the ball, actually, Harry Wilson there. But the arm just catching Dorgu. Gives him Bruno the chance to whip something in towards the penalty spot.
Manchester United score earlier this afternoon came from a set piece. Bruno, Anderson, Šeško. Dello, difficult height to try and get onto the shot with accuracy there. Diogo Dello didn't score the Premier League last season. He did get 3 goals in cup competitions for Ruben Amorim. That stern expression on his face as another Manchester United lead has been swept away.
Yeah, he'd be really disappointed with that goal. He did have a 2-on-1 there in a wide area, but the ball was kind of clipped in. Quite tame, really, by Alex Iwobi. And nobody gets that first contact, and Emile Smith-Rowe just walks onto it and tucks it in very cleverly past India.
Manchester United who are in front for 14 minutes today. Can they regain the lead again? Is it Fulham who now have the momentum? Wilson just behind Sasha Lukic. Anderson. Tite. Smith-Rowe. 2 seasons ago, Fulham scored a late injury time winner against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Alex Iwobi scored it. Here is Iwobi. This is Raul Jimenez. Oh, any touch at all in the centre. Do you know what? It wouldn't have counted anyway. Offside flag was raised.
I like some of these runs, though, the Fulham boys are making towards that corner of the 6-yard box. This one here from Raul Jimenez, he's just off, really close. And the ball he faces back across that 6-yard line is too big for everyone anyway, but they're getting into some really clever little areas. That's the kind of same little movement that the goal came from. Sorry, Connor, United have got to make sure they stay with those runners. Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes in particular in the middle of the park have really got to make sure they really sort those runners out.
Dorgu on the receiving end of another challenge from Harry Wilson. This time Patrick Dorgu slow to get back to his feet. Possession exactly even over the course of the game so far, but now Fulham have had more attempts. Yolo.
Again, United not really been able to find Cunha in Mbeumo's second half. Can they do that with what's left of this game? Got 200 million quid's worth of players up front right now. Can they get those boys in a little position where they can take a white shirt on and make something happen?
Dello for Mbeumo. Back to Dello. And Iwobi was there to shield, to shepherd. Fulham have shown some good grit here to battle back from 1-0 down as we enter the final 10 minutes of the Cottage. Iwobi, his assist for the Emil Smith-Rowe goal. Tete. Vincent to Lukic. Iwobi. Smith-Rowe. Raul Jimenez. Allowed to turn. Ugarte did well to get back, but this is Smith-Rowe. Now Harry Wilson. Can he get it onto that left boot? Lukic. Tete. Strong against Dorgu. Ugarte's header. This is intense Fulham pressure now. Smith-Rowe. Stopped by Ugarte. Fulham come again.
Yeah, United can't keep it. It's coming straight back.
Inside Craven Cottage at the moment. Sanderberger. Anthony Robinson. Drones as it breaks down.
Yeah. Simple pass, just well overhit, but Marco Silva now will be thinking that his team have wrestled this away from Manchester United and are now in position to get this sorted out. That's that pressure. Look, you can see those numbers there. The last 5 minutes.
Fulham have got Chelsea away, a local derby in the Premier League next weekend. Leeds United will be the next visitors here to Craven Cottage. To a 1-1 draw the opening weekend. Is this set to be a 1-1 draw today in the first home game of the campaign? Stopped by Sanderberger. Sliding in was Mateusz Cunha. Yoro. Ugarte to Luke Shaw. Dorgu. Stopped by Wilson, who's done well against Dorgu since coming on. They challenge in Sederberger. The referee's happy to play advantage just for a moment, but then when Fulham didn't hold on to it, back it comes for the free kick.
Yeah, I think it was Manuel Ugarte who went diving in a little bit. He's in a rush to try and close down and never really getting there. How much contact, mind you? I'm not sure if there was any.
Just over 10 minutes now since the Emile Smith-Rowe equaliser. Kenny Tete. Berger. Fulham supporters urging their team to go for the winning goal here. Iwobi. Robinson. Too much on it. Kept alive by Sasu Lukic. Tete. Corte. Good turn from Kenny Tete. Takes Cunha out into turn. What a statuesque defending here. Tete, Raul Jimenez. Yoro was able to prod it away. And then Anderson finds Mateus Cunha. For a moment there, Fulham were free rein into the penalty area.
Really good play. Just didn't have a cutback there, did he, Kenny Tete, in the end?
And as Fulham push bodies at the other end, Brian Mbumu tries to come. The referee decides that is a natural crossing of players there. There will be no free kick for Brian Mbumu on Manchester United. Šeško. Really good skill in close quarters there. And Saša Lukic clearly pulling back the shirt to Bruno Fernandes. He'll get a yellow for that.
Yeah, nice play from Šeško there. White shirts all around him, but just hung on to it and just waited for the right time to look for Bruno Fernandes. And he did that really well. This was that coming together moments before. No, not enough in that either. Bruno and Calvin Bassey.
Dorgu. Manchester United absorbed a lot of pressure over the last few minutes. Can they produce a big finish now? Replacements are coming. Harry Maguire is coming on. 8 in heaven to Yoro and Shaw, the two who make way. So 2 of the three central defenders are placed. When Harry Maguire came on against Arsenal last weekend, he pretty much played as a striker.
Well, he's had a habit, Harry Maguire, putting his head on things in the opposing 18-yard box. Let's see if he can do it here.
It's only Aidan Evans' 5th appearance for Manchester United. Harry Maguire, a very obvious target now. Comes in from Bruno Fernandes. Heaven gets up. Dorgu. Mateus Cunha. They're all still up from the corner. And out by Bassey. Corner kick number 2. Bassey straight back up to his feet. Remember the first half he had to leave the field. But injured. He doesn't want to have to go off again now. Manchester United's goal in the game came from a corner taken from this side. Towards the back stick. Oh, and so close. So close.
It's Harry Maguire. I tell you what, it's a great leap, and he makes good contact with that. Nobody on that back post either. Oh, if that's just inside the post, he gets the winner. It's a really good leap, and having got there and made contact, he should hit the target, but they cut him a little bit of slack there, Harry Maguire. He's only just been on the field just a few seconds, but he does have a habit of making first contacts with those corners, and he could well have settled this one there.
Harry Maguire's most recent goal, the late extra time winner in the Europa League quarter-final against Lyon at Old Trafford. Not long to go now. This game still being played with an intensity, belief that both teams could still win it here. Smith Rowe, Harry Wilson. Smith Rowe again was a tangle off the ball there. Kenny Tete and Bruno Fernandes. Here is Tete back up at his feet. Actually, a free kick. Well, there was very little danger, but into the back of Sasha Lukic. And this now, on a day when Bayern Deer has been pressured by aerial deliveries, is not what Manchester United want.
Well, you've got him going back the right way. You don't need to commit to a challenge there. He's done his job, sending Lukic back the wrong way. Now he gives somebody a chance to whip this in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard line. That's a dangerous area.
Into stoppage time we go. 5 minutes to be added on. And this has got Harry Wilson in swinger written all over it. This is at the back post of where it comes. Sanderberg brushed off him. So got his clearance now, as in Mbeumo got the legs up against Anthony Robinson, who got there by the skin of his teeth.
Great work, Anthony Robinson there. Had to get there first. Made sure he did.
Manchester United ready to roll the dice again. Dorgu's going to launch this as far as he can. Not far enough, by a long way. Sasa Lukic. Here's Bruno Fernandes, all his outfield teammates ahead of him. Dallo. Dorgu. Henderson. Down goes Wilson, free kick to Fulham. His team had the lead. They weren't able to hold it.
No, not really done anything second half, have they, United? I was really impressed with the way they started. They're going brilliantly. Marco Silva's team much the better in the second period.
Robinson. Smith Rowe trying to get in on the act again. Delict puts it out for another Fulham corner.
Lovely take, wasn't it? Any strike there. Smith Rowe. Really good skill, that.
This game which hasn't petered out at all. It's end-to-end right the way through these closing stages. Fulham who actually won more away games than home games in the Premier League last season. All the home fans would love to cheer a late winner here. Stoppage time goal last week at Brighton, remember. Lukic. Oh, Anderson was close. It was a great leap, but he couldn't get his forehead to the ball.
Wow, yeah. I mean, he seemed to be unchallenged as well in that area there. Joachim Anderson, really good leap, as you say. Just doesn't seem to be able to get enough on it.
2 seasons ago, he got a winning goal at Old Trafford against Manchester United for his old team, Crystal Palace, Joachim Andersen. Now here's Dorgu, Mateus Cunha. Still time for someone to grab the headlines. Punched away by Bernd Leno, with Diogo Dalot right in front of him.
Great ball in, lovely skill from Cunha. Shapes it off that right foot, and it's a good work from Bernd Leno in the end.
There's room between the advertising boards and the edge of the pitch to build up any sort of momentum. That's a great throw from Dalot. This is Dorgu. And Bomo tried the acrobatic lunge, but he was in an offside position anyway. It wouldn't have counted. As we move towards the final minute of stoppage time.
Yeah, just wondered if Dorgu fancied just hitting this. In the end, he makes the call just to pop it back in there. I'm thinking Bomo, actually, he would have been onside there, Connor, had he been able to make some sort of contact on that.
Craven Cottage, never an easy place to come for visiting teams, but having had a penalty, having been in front, this narrative could have been more positive for Manchester United today.
Absolutely right. They should have been in a really strong position by half-time, and they weren't.
Under pressure from Raul Jimenez, that is a goal kick, and that should be it. Final whistle blows at Craven Cottage. It is back-to-back draws for Fulham to start the new campaign. Ruben Amorim and Manchester United pick up their first point of the season. Bruno Fernandes will rue his missed penalty, as a first win of the campaign remains elusive for now. Finishes at the Cottage. Fulham 1, Manchester United 1.
Hasil imbang menjadi hasil akhir dari pertemuan Fulham menghadapi Manchester United di game week kedua. Ini artinya kedua tim gagal untuk bisa mendapatkan kemenangan perdana mereka dari dua pertandingan awal di kompetisi Premier League. Kita melihat gol penyama kedudukan yang berhasil dilakukan oleh Fulham di babak kedua. Lagi-lagi hadir melalui sang super sub yang berhasil untuk bisa menyamakan kedudukan. Emil Smith-Rowe di menit ke-73 memanfaatkan satu assist dari Alex Iwobi untuk bisa membuat Fulham menahan Manchester United di game kedua kali ini.
Dapat voucher belanja 25 juta tiap bulan? Sekarang ada Shopee VIP. Buka aplikasi Shopee dan mulai langganan Shopee VIP. Nikmati gratis ongkir instan tanpa batas dan diskon 20% setiap hari. Hanya di Shopee VIP.
Katanya tampilkan tampiling mah atuh saya di band. Full time guys.
1-1 bro. Lama ini lama kan? Sajam lumayan lah, menang sajam cok. Ini laki nih. Full time guys, full time.
goblok.